Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. Is Arms Warrior easy? So I made a video and it was titled the top 3 easiest classes in World of Warcraft or specs or something like that. Just go to my channel, click videos. If you haven't watched it, pause the video, go watch it real quick. Alright, I'm assuming you did that. I'm assuming you've seen it. The top 3 DPS, the easiest DPS classes, in my opinion, at that time, was Havoc Demon Hunter, BM Hunter, and then Arms Warrior. I got criticized tons about Arms Warrior. Now, trolls will be trolls, but I like to look at the comments and try to understand where the players are coming from. And what I came to the conclusion as is I didn't have enough experience as an Arms Warrior to classify it as the easiest class in World of Warcraft. So I did more research and I got way more gameplay on the Warrior so I can make a better decision on it. Before I talk about that, when I say easiest class in World of Warcraft, it doesn't mean the class is bad. Absolutely not. I love easy classes. If I could take a class that had one button, one spell, and spam that one spell, I would. That is the way I want to play World of Warcraft now. I've played it for such a long time. I don't want some complicated spec or some tedious things that I have to manage. I don't want that. I want something very simple. So I look for the simple classes to play. That doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they're simple, and it's just more enjoyable for me to play those classes. So don't take offense to anything I say when I say the easiest class. Doesn't mean it's bad. So what I did, because, you know, the big complaint was I haven't played Arms Warrior enough, and how I talk about Arms Warrior just didn't make sense. So what I did was I went through and I've killed, I didn't go to Mythic because Mythic is Mythic and I don't want to do Mythic. I still need to do a video about that. I still think Heroic is way better than Mythic for gearing and for time management and everything. But I went through and I did Heroic, kill Jaden a couple times on the Warrior. I've did multiple 10+ keys through different weeks on the Warrior. So I was able to do different affixes. Now, I've done way too much of switching talents and testing builds and everything so I can get a better understanding. I did way too much of that. And I'll tell you right now, I love this spec right here. This spec is played by some people, but not many. But I love this spec. This build right here, I do in Raid and I do in Mythic Plus. And you're probably thinking you're a noob. No. It's just easy. It's super efficient. I know Rend is the best. I know Rend. Like, if I switched it to Rend, that's Rend and Titanic Might. That is your setup for single target rating. We're going into what, Mythic Plus. I swap it over to Sweeping Strikes, and I could definitely take Shockwave for CC, right? I know this, but I love this build right here because it's very easy. Now, I'm not saying I didn't test those other builds, because I did, and we'll talk about that, and I'll determine whether the class is easy or not off of that build. But this build right here, other than, you know, execute phase or popping cooldowns or trying to do some massive AoE with Ravager and things like that, this is very easy to me. I have 3 buttons that I'm worried about. I'm worried about Colossal Smash, Mortal Strike, and Whirlwind. And it's fun. I love it. 3 buttons. Love it. I need to do some big giant AoE. Guess what? I got a button that does everything. I push my cooldown button and it pops everything, and then I throw Ravager on them. Love it. Easy. Super easy. The biggest argument that I had for Arms being easy is Rend. I did a lot of runs with Rend. And is it harder? No. Is it more tedious? Yes. I do not like Rend. When I get on my Arms Warrior, I want to smash things. I want a slower pace build. I want just to hit kaboom, hit kaboom, hit kaboom, not hit kaboom, reapply, bleed. Hit kaboom, reapply, bleed. I don't like that. So what did I do? I got a weak aura. Yay. You see that? You see that stuff bouncing? Watch this. When I go Rend build, when I get in combat, come on, there we go. Guess what I have now that hops? Rend. When I click it, it doesn't hop anymore. But look, it's about to hop. I click it. And then I just, you know, I play the clicky game of whatever is there. I just keep spamming. All right, so you get the point, right? That's what I did for Rend. So it was just more tedious. It's not like it complicated things. Like people were talking like adding Rend into your rotation was one of the biggest craziness in the world. And it was just more tedious. That's all it was. Didn't make the class harder. It just made it more tedious to play. And I don't see tedious and hard being in the same category. You can argue that it is, but I don't see that. It's not a hard thing to do to push 6 every like what, 6 seconds or something like that. That's not hard. Now, if I put like overpower, Rend, all that other clunkiness, I can see where the class is like, it's like, geez, when do I do this? You can also argue you need to manage your rage correctly, right? Because you have to have Rend up at all times. You can argue when there's 2 targets, you have to be, okay, we can argue those things. But will any of this change my mind on if ARMS is the easiest class or easiest spec in World of Warcraft? It did. So I would have to redo my top 3. The more that I played Arms Warrior at a medium/higher level, I could see where there was some confusion on when I should have done something. And because if there's a point where I feel, crap, I could have done this instead of that, I need more practice at it, which means there's more of a understanding that I have to have of the class. BM, for example, if I screw something up in BM, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. If I forget kill command, if it's not on cooldown, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But if I screw something up on the warrior, there definitely is some drawbacks. So I can argue that. I still think it is top 3 easiest specs that I've played, personally. I've played probably 95% of the specs out there. Maybe not on a high level, which I should do, and that might change my opinion. But from all the classes I've played, I'd redo my top 3. And I'd say Arms Warrior is number 3. Havoc Demon Hunter's number 2, and BM is number 1. So, for all the people that were so upset at me, all you Arms Warriors that probably will never even see this video again, because you just don't watch my videos. It was just one of those videos that got, you know, tons of views. I did review it. I did it the proper way. I did some higher level content. I spent more time. And I agree. Arms Warrior is not the easiest class. So, but it is definitely top 3. All right, guys. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. Do what you need to do. All you Arms Warriors out there, I apologize for making a mistake. But remember, if you guys ever see any of my videos and you're like, that's stupid or something like that, you know, leave them in the comments. I do read them, and I do my best to correct things. But, you know, I'm a YouTuber who does this out of love. this isn't my career. I would love it to be, but it's not. So when I do research and it's maybe not the best research because I don't have time to put in, you know, I apologize. I make mistakes. So like I said, I apologize for all you Warrior fans out there. Wasn't trying to make your spec seem like it was bad, but Havoc Demon Hunter's better. Sorry, but it is.